Let me pull it up on here and we will get started. I am so lucky and grateful that she is sleeping right now because she took a really late nap and didn't wake up until like 7:30, so I thought that she was never going to fall back asleep. But she was like getting tired, so anyway, she didn't even put up a stink. All right, I got it. Here we go. Rosie, general for the remainder of the week. General for the remainder of the week. Looks like you're feeling a little bit of relief about something. Money could be flowing to you before the end of this week, and your persistence, putting persistence out into the universe or pursuing a goal or um, your persistence, perseverance is going to pay off this week, especially when it comes to business. It could be a side business, a business opportunity that is something all your own, and maybe a little bit on the creative side. I feel like the rest of the week is going to be pretty productive for you overall. Listen to your intuition because your intuition is heightened. Emily, who's coming towards me in love soon? Single. Okay. Maybe feeling like you're a little stuck in the mud or like nothing's going anywhere, but that's going to change. Four of Cups is here, which would indicate that there is somebody in your vicinity that's already interested in you and that you guys may make a nice match. That person just hasn't stepped forward yet, or you haven't taken notice of them yet. Slow and steady wins the race, but it's happening, possibly with the fire sign Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. It also looks like when it happens quick, it happens out of the blue, and negativity, pessimism, disappointments all start to move into the past for you, and you feel almost like you have a little bit of a new lease on life. Red, how is C feeling about me? C thinks that you don't hold yourself back, that you are good at communicating, you're very successful, you're very well balanced. Creative, kind, caring, sincere, compassionate. This person cares very deeply for you, but they may be a little bit of, like, they may be their own worst enemy. Sometimes they don't do what they should do. They don't always make the best choices. This person thinks they cares very much about you. Talia may have a general for this month. General for this month. You could be working or putting a lot of time and effort into a side business that really pays off. You may feel like if the love cup is full, possibly with a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. You may be feeling like you've got to make decisions, especially when it comes to work or career, but you're being guided by the divine, so I'm not concerned. By the end of the month, of this month, you should either be seeing somebody pretty consecutively or steadily, or with the Two of Cups, you may even be in a committed situation. It also looks like good karma is coming back to your life, and so is good luck. It looks like somebody from your past could be returning, even if it's just an old friend. Somebody from your past enters before the end of this month. You also may have a Queen of Swords moment with somebody close to you. You could have a little bit of an argument or a tip. It's not the biggest of deals. passion comes back or ambition comes back in around a side business or something that you've been hoping to put more time and effort into, and feeling like I've made it to the top of the mountain, finally I can exhale. Ronnie, general for this week. A little bit of financial stability is coming in this week. There also may be a fire sign around you of significance, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Finances seem to be improving this week. Taking time for rest, relaxation recharges your batteries. There's also a water sign coming in that may be of significance. Could also be a new romantic interest, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Four of Cups, feeling like there's either you're overthinking things, you're spending a lot of time thinking about something, or that also could be somebody maybe around your life that is interested in you. Could be a possible love connection, but you haven't taken notice of them yet. There is a soulmate connection on the horizon, so if you've been feeling like love is less than stellar the last few weeks or the last few months, that should be changing. The world is at your feet, and the love cup is full moving forward. That may be more though than just this week. That may be may take more than just a week for all that. That was a lot of information. New chapter. What can I expect from the Scorpio next? I don't know where you are in the relationship with the Scorpio, but there's water sign. But they've got some sharp energy around them, or they may be pulling their energy back. They kind of either they're mad about something, or you guys are going to have an argument about something that's on the horizon. They're very frustrated with the situation. I don't know all the ins and outs, so it's hard for me to tell you exactly what's going through their mind. But I wouldn't expect communication could come in. There could be communication, but this person is kind of unprepared for much more than anything, much more than that. So I would keep your options open for something else to happen here, because this person looks like you don't get your wish around the situation. Let me go back up to the top. 8 ball love. Walking away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you brings in a new journey, some spontaneity. Leaving old wounds in the past and leaving burden moves your life forward. Forgetting about all the crap that's gone on in the past, your life changes for the better quickly. The Empress, love, money, abundance, fertility. Be careful with that card if you don't want children right now. If you're not with anyone right now, you have a couple of options coming in. You've got air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Perseverance when it comes to love pays off, and you're no longer feeling like you're stuck in the mud. It also looks like you're no longer waiting for your ship to come in. A Leo comes in as well. Cause for celebration comes in. Your love life could be moving forward, and you also may have a lot of choices and decisions to make. Maybe more than one, you may have a couple of options in the near future. Explore your options. You don't have to give anyone a commitment right now. See what's out there. But it looks like things are improving regardless of where you are in your life. We are up to Mujan, love. You could be starting a new beginning with somebody. If you're with somebody right now, I would say you have a new beginning with your current relationship. If you're not with anyone right now, an earth sign is coming in, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. This person may be putting a lot of hard work into cultivating a relationship with you, and it looks like the hard work that you've put out into the universe regarding your love life is going to pay off in this relationship. It looks like you're leaving disasters and people, places, and things that no longer serve you in the past. Your life is moving forward. You've got a Capricorn coming in that could be of significance, and you're feeling very prepared for the future. You're no longer holding yourself back. So I think you're going to explore your options. You've got some You got some good luck coming in around love. Enjoy it. Monet Divinity, love. Sun's coming out over your love life. You know, it may take a second for you to get there, but you got a committed relationship on the horizon. It could be slow and steady wins the race. So if you're not with anyone right now, if somebody new is coming in, that may be a slow mover. If you are with someone right now, current relationship's got happiness coming in. There's no one around. You got a Sagittarius coming in. There's also an Earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. You also have a Scorpio. Growth and transformation happening around your love life, and success is on the horizon. Feeling well balanced, or balance comes back to your life, and picking up a spiritual practice also is like, it could be like you meet this person and you guys decide to start doing yoga together or something like that, because there's like a spiritual connection around this relationship. Now, if you're already with someone, you and your current partner may start doing some sort of spiritual practice together. This thing I think needs to be refreshed. Hang on. Red, how is he feeling about our fallout? Not great. Feels like he's feeling a little sour. Hermit's in reverse. He may also be feeling like he's very responsible for this fallout, but he's not going to say anything or admit it because he doesn't want to hear that. He knows that it's true though. He's not happy right now. Feels very stuck, feels very sour, feels very angry. But he kind of feels like it's mostly his fault, but he's not taking responsibility for his actions right now. He feels very stuck. There's shitty energy around him, for sure. New chapter, what can I expect next in my love life? A Virgo comes in, and that person comes in like a wish come true. No longer holding yourself back, brings in new options, and your life moves forward pretty quickly. Also looks like you have some good luck coming in. A Taurus comes in, brand new energy. That's a fire sign too. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Maybe exploring your options, and I would keep your options open because you have some good stuff coming in. You're heading towards all 10 cups being full. Being guided by the divine. Listen to your intuition. And you might be coming into a time in your life where you have a lot of good stuff happening. Not bad. Not bad. Tilly, I may have a finance reading for this week, sure. Okay. If you've been waiting on money, the money might not come this week. The Ten of Pentacles is in reverse. The money's coming, it just may be a little bit delayed. It also looks like balance comes back to your life around finances. If you've been concerned or worried about money, you should make it through the week. You have the Six of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, so that would be like feeling like the hard work that I put into something is starting to pay off and I'm being better respected or better compensated at work. Nine of Pentacles, money is flowing to you. But if you're a little bit worried about money, I wouldn't worry so much because it does look like things are going to work themselves out. It may be a little touch and go this week. Let me put it to you that way. But it's definitely not a terrible week. It's a pretty decent week financially, especially around a side business. If you've been putting a lot of effort into a side business, that could pay off this week. Yeah. Yeah, it's okay. Not a bad week. Martha, how does the Aquarius feel about us hanging out soon? Looks like the Aquarius would be very, pretty enthusiastic about hanging out soon. They would be very respectful. They would be excited. They look like they would be happy and content. I think it's going to happen soon. I would go for it. It looks like it's for the greater good. You guys should, it should be a good thing. And I think the Aquarius is ready for it. Emily, how does my crush M feel about me romantically? Thinks that you're attractive, kind, caring, sincere, humble, honest, intelligent, intuitive, and a little bit mysterious. Adriana, what's coming this week? What's coming this week? Could be hearing from an old friend that you haven't heard from in quite some time. It also looks like you have money coming in. It could be good money coming in. It also looks like you're taking time for rest, relaxation, self-care. Not a bad week. Overall, it looks like you may be putting an old wound to rest, moving forward with your life, and feeling pretty content. It looks like it's a pretty good week. Let's see what happens. There's a Six of Cups. Somebody from your past is returning, or you may be hearing from an old friend, or even meeting up with an old friend. Adriana, how's he been feeling about me? Well, he's been thinking a lot about you lately. He thinks that you're kind, caring, sincere, unique, hardworking, intelligent, loving, kind, attractive, and he's been thinking a whole lot about you lately. Maybe you hear from him. I don't know when the last time was you spoke to him, but maybe there's something coming in. Six of Cups. You should be hearing from somebody from the past. And it's usually somebody that we want to hear from. Not always, but it usually is. Adriana, should I take the proposal of moving to another house that my ex-boss told me about? Should I take the, okay, let's see. I get a 70% chance that yes, you should. I would at least find out about it. I don't know. If you already have a place and you're already settled and you're already moved in, then I would just stay where you are. But if you're not and things are still up in the air, I don't see any reason why you can't find out about it and look into it. 70% is kind of high, so I would inquire and see what it's all about. unless you've already done a move. I wouldn't move twice, even with 70%, because I feel like it wouldn't be worth it. But anyway, Anthony, my country has political unrest. Will it affect my career, financial, and immigration goals? Okay, let me see. Um, it could affect some. Yeah, it could. This is a kind of a crazy question because it could affect some things, but this unrest may not last. Like in other words, I don't think it's going to affect your career, and I don't think it's going to affect finances. Not right now. Immigration, it could impact, but you're in unrest right now. It's not going to be like this forever. So at the time that you're ready to migrate, you might be past this political stuff. I would say that right now, for at least your finances and career should be pretty good, or you should be able to squeak by. Yeah, I think you'll be okay. The immigration thing, I'm not 100% about just yet, but at the time you're ready, then by that time something could change, God willing. Michelle, is the past coming back, and if why? I'm feeling so. Oh, you're feeling like the past is coming back? Why is this buffering this one? All right, let me see. Is the past coming back? Okay, I don't think that the past is coming back, right? I don't see it. It's not coming up strong enough. But this is my 2 cents. If you feel like the past is coming back, and now Mercury retrograde does that, so that could happen under Mercury retrograde. But sometimes, it's like, what came first, the chicken or the egg? So Mercury goes retrograde, and now all of a sudden people feel like, oh, now my past is going to come back because Mercury is retrograde. So they start focusing on things from the past, which then can help manifest that. So my suggestion would be, if you don't want your past to come back, and I don't think it is, don't give it any energy so that it doesn't manifest. I wouldn't give it any energy. I would try to block the past off and put it behind you, because look, if it comes back, we have free will in this life, right? Somebody can call you, you don't have to answer. Somebody can show up at your door, you don't have to open the door. But if the person comes back and you actively participate in a relationship with them, even if it's just meeting for coffee or go whatever, then it's like you're allowing it back in your life. You have the free will to say no to it, and you have the power to say no. It's just, a lot of times the past comes back and people think, oh, it's going to be different this time, or now he came back, this, that, and the next thing. 9 times out of 10, or maybe even more than that, the same person is coming back. The same person that left, that didn't find anything better out there, is coming back as their same old self. So just keep that in mind. Anyways, I don't know why this one looks like it keeps buffering. Michelle, my blockages and lessons for the first half of 2021. Well, blockages, all right, the lessons will be if your past shows up and you restart that, that's going to be a lesson. And then that could be something that you end up kicking yourself for because you know better. So that could be a lesson, but you're in control of that. As far as blockages go, it's the same thing. It's like if you're feeling like um, something is out of reach or something is unobtainable, that creates a block around it, right? So let's just say, it's like say you want to earn $1 million. Is it possible to earn $1 million? Yeah, it's possible. Like people do it all the time. So why can't I? Well, I can. I just haven't yet. Do you know what I mean? So it's like if you feel like something is way far out of reach, breaking it down by possibility, I feel is very helpful. So, okay, I want to make more money this year than I did last year. Do I think it's possible? Yeah, I think it's possible. Okay, so then what's the problem? You know, like trying to bring it down on a more like rational level than putting it up here. It's the same thing with love. Like people be like, what's blocking me in my love life? Two things, your belief system and the person that you're hung up on. Because if you're hung up on Joe and Joe is all you think about, that creates blockages. It also pushes Joe way the hell away. But and then the other side of blocking love is feeling like it'll never happen to me or it happens to everyone else but I'm unlucky. How come nobody loves me? Like that kind of a thing. That will put up blocks. Because the universe will reflect back to exactly what you believe. So if you feel like, well, I never get luck, or I always wind up with, you know, guys that are losers, then that's what you'll keep recycling. So just keep that in mind as you move forward through 2021. And that you're in control a lot of this stuff. You know, like you like the past coming back. If the past comes back, you don't answer it. That's it. It's over. It's done. I don't want you in my life. Go take a hike. Takira, may I have a general for this week? Sure. Fire start. Oh, excuse me. Fire sign could be around that may be of significance. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Looks like you're no longer holding yourself back. You feel like you made it to the top of the mountain. You can breathe a sigh of relief. Success comes in around whatever it is that you've been putting a lot of time and effort into. And it also looks like you're taking time for rest, relaxation, self-care. If you've been working on something with a lot of persistence and perseverance, it pays off this week. Money looks pretty decent too this week. Um, okay, will Eugene reach out and communicate to me anytime soon? Okay, let's see. Yeah, I think relatively soon. Maybe a couple of weeks or so, something like that. I need something else. I'll see Jay General for this week. Got some passion coming in this week. a little bit of adventure, something that's spontaneous, happens out of the blue that should be a lot of fun. Life could change for the better this week. It also looks like you may be spending time with an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Looks like life starts to move forward and you feel like you can made it to the top of the mountain. You can finally exhale. Taking time for rest, relaxation recharges your batteries. Fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. And it looks like you're feeling prepared or you're feeling very ambitious this week. This week should be a pretty decent week. Georgia, was RS trying to tell me today he loved me today? More or less, kind of. He was trying to express the way that he feels. I don't know if he was clear or if he did a good job, but that's what he was trying to express how he feels, yes. Poor guy. George, how will things go with the lawyer this month? How will things go with the lawyer this month? All right, I don't know what the situation is that you got a lawyer, but it does look like things go well. The perseverance pays off. Looks like you can breathe a sigh of relief, like you've made it to the top of the mountain, and anxiety or the weight of the world is starting to melt off your shoulders. It also looks like things could change for the better quickly. I think overall this week should be a pretty decent week with the lawyer or with whatever's going on. It should be okay, or it should be improving. Let's put it that way. I think things will go okay. Stacy, will my Scorpio forgive me and how long will it take? People forgive you in their own time. I can't give you a time on that because too many things play into it. It's like free will plays into it. Somebody may not want to forgive you and that's their business. I can't give you a time frame on when somebody else is going to forgive you. That's that's up to that person if and when they decide. I can tell you whether or not it's likely that they're going to forgive you, but I can't tell you when. Because, and then it's like sometimes people forgive you, but they don't want to be part of, have you in their life anymore. I had a friend in high school, they used to do shitty things to me all the time. I forgave. And then finally, had no more interest in being a friend of hers. And I haven't seen her in years. But you know what I mean? Like, have I forgiven her? Yeah, I've forgiven her. I'm over it. But I don't want to be friends with her anymore. And Scorpio is a tough sign. I mean, you have a chance that this person is going to forgive you, 33% chance. It's slim. Scorpio is a tough sign. Scorpio doesn't take kindly to any kind of bullshit. So once a Scorpio gets hurt, it's usually pretty hard to get back in their good graces. Things could change at some point, but it doesn't look like they're looking to forgive you at this point right now. Spiritual medium. Who was thinking of me last night? I can't really tell you who, if people are thinking, you know what I'm saying? Like, who was thinking of you? Like, people think about each other all the time. It wasn't just one person that thought about you last night. Many people thought about you. Two fire signs, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, but there was two of them. But there was probably more. Like, you know what I mean? Like, people like pop into each other's heads, and people are on social media, and people come up in each other's feeds. So I would say that more than just two people were thinking about you last night. I don't think just two people. Liz, has the Libra seen my new IG post? I don't think they've seen it. Not yet, anyway. Mustafa, why did the female psychic medium Addis refuse to do readings to me on love? I understand why she refused to stop answering questions about Miriam, but she also said, I can't ask about other girls. Why? Huh. That's interesting. I think that she feels that you ask too many questions, and you know, it's like the thing about asking a lot of questions. I don't think that it's wrong. I don't think, but what I think happens is, and this has happened to me as somebody who's gotten readings, like having readings. Sometimes things don't always go in chronological order, and asking so many questions makes things a little bit more complicated. Like, for example, let's just say that you asked me today, who's coming into my love life? And I say an earth sign. Earth sign shows up. Slow mover, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Okay, and now tomorrow you sign on, because we'll have people that every day will ask the same question, which is fine. I don't have a problem with it at all. Not at all. If that's what you want answered, that's what I'll answer. But if tomorrow, right, the Knight of Wands shows up and I say a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, it gets complicated, because it's like, okay, well, who's showing up? Is it an earth sign? Is it a fire sign? The thing is that the way life happens is you could meet the fire sign first, even though it was the second reading. You could meet the earth sign. You could meet this person, exchange numbers, and think, oh, it's going to be this fire sign. But that idiot, Danny, told me I was going to meet an earth sign. No earth sign showed up, but the fire sign showed up. Where's the earth sign? Okay. So now months go by, and all of a sudden the earth sign shows up, and the fire sign hasn't been calling you back. So now the earth sign did show up, but showed up after the fire sign. Do you see what I mean? So sometimes it gets really intense, and it's hard to like explain things. It's almost like every time if I just sat here and you ask me the same question over and over again, and I keep flipping over cards, we're going to get a lot of answers. Like, that's why I always tell people to knock it off with the hypotheticals, because you're going to write a story with these cards that don't exist. Like some here. All right, here's an example. One of the girls that I read for, she keeps asking me about marriage, but she keeps telling me she doesn't want to get married. So if you don't want to get married, why do you keep asking the question? Well, maybe in 5 years. Okay, maybe in 5 years. But let's forget about marriage, and let's just say, hey, do you want to go to Europe? No, I don't want to go to Europe. Well, maybe in 5 years, do you want to go to Europe? Well, in 5 years, I'll know whether or not I want to go to Europe. But right now, I don't want to go. We got COVID. It's dangerous. I don't want to mess around. So how can I answer for 5 years from now when there's so many things that can happen? So I feel like it's not that the fire sign isn't going to show up, it's not that the earth sign's not going to show up, but it's like there's so many different things happening that when you keep reading and you keep asking the same question or similar questions, and if it's not chronological, it gets like, it's almost as if like none of it makes sense anymore. Oh, well, yesterday you said it was a fire sign. Yesterday, the day before, you said it was a water sign. Who's showing up? What is she going to look like? Now, all these people could come in, but they may not come in the order that you think they're going to come in. Classic situations. Somebody from the past returns. Everybody, it looks behind them at the last person they dated. Oh, Joe Schmo must be coming back. And then meanwhile, it's like you run into somebody who you lived next door to when you were 3 years old, and that's the person from the past. But we don't realize that until we get there. So I think a lot of times readers get very overwhelmed or because of reading so much for the same person, because it becomes very complicated and it's like there's no direction anymore. I know that with the woman that reads me, she used to say, you don't really need to come more than every 3 months. And I was there like every 2 weeks. If I was going through a disaster, I was there every week. I had a friend of mine that, like, she would go twice a week if she needed to. And what she used to say is, you can't like sit around and analyze everything and reanalyze everything and keep harping over the same thing, because you don't know the way it's going to play out until after it's played out. Like when you look back on it, you're like, oh, that's what it was. So I can understand why sometimes readers are like, okay, that's enough, because it's like you're going to start to create other avenues in different stories. You know what I mean? Like, well, did he talk to that girl? Yes, he spoke to the girl. Well, does he like that girl? Well, he could like that girl. Well, do you think he'll date that girl? Well, these are all kind of hypothetical things, right? We don't even know if he ever really met that person yet, right? If you're just kind of pulling it, right? So I can understand why sometimes readers, I know that I've gone on here a long time, but I understand why sometimes it gets overwhelming to keep answering love questions or whatever question for the same person, because we haven't gotten there yet. You know, like love today. Well, my love life from today and tomorrow are not much different, and from what it was yesterday. So you can kind of understand why people get a little frustrated. I get it. But I feel like if you want to ask the question, ask the question. Like, to me, I wouldn't tell you you couldn't ask it. But I understand why some people feel like that. So I'm sorry that was so long. Spiritual medium, will I move this year? Will I move this year? Will I move this year? Maybe not until like late summer, early fall. It could be a ways down the road, but the possibility is here. You got a pretty decent possibility of moving this year. I think later in the year you will. Adriana, when could he contact me again? When could he contact me again? Possibly within the next 9 days. Oh, I'm not an artist, this is my dad. This here is Kate Moss behind me. That one's, oh, you can't see that one. I don't think that your thoughts are dirty at all. No. I don't think, no, I don't think it has anything to do with sex. I don't think that I don't think that at all. I don't even get that, not even a little bit. I think that she's overwhelmed repeating the same questions, because things could get a little bit jumbled and the consistency could be a little bit off. A stupid example, but I remember one time having my cards done, and she said something to me about my relationship with the guy I was seeing at the time. And oh, he's going to take you someplace, he's going to buy you something, he's going to give you a gift or whatever. It was like everything was great. And then like 2 days later, we had a huge fight. Like it was like a terrible fight, and I don't even know. I was ripped up. So I went back and I was like, how could you tell me that everything was going to go great, but you didn't tell me about this fight? And what she said to me is like, sometimes not everything is shown, but also that just because we had this fight and this is how I was feeling today doesn't mean that next week things won't be different. And we will go somewhere and he will buy me this gift or whatever. But in that moment, it feels so. Imagine all these little moments that sometimes are out of order, and it drives people crazy. Anyhow, it's the same thing I feel too when people start doing too many spells, and that it's like it's too much. It's like throwing too much energy out at something, and it just doesn't tend to work. Adriana, will he come to see me in Mexico City? Will he come to see me in Mexico City? I think he's going to come to see you in Mexico City. Red, what are his next steps to fix this? Well, I mean, it's like, it's not really something that, like, he's not putting in a lot of perseverance, right? And he's not feeling like he's very prepared. And it looks like you're waiting for your ship to come in. So I would keep my options open. I don't know what it is that needs to be fixed, but here's the thing. It's like you can't really fix, like when whatever, all right. It's like if you're with somebody and you keep replaying the same situation, or you keep having, like, let's just say somebody's a chronic cheater. That person's a cheater. They can't fix it. It's not fixable. That's who they are. You either have to accept them for who they are, or you have to walk away from it. So this situation right now looks like he may be at a standstill, or it's kind of like in a stalemate. It could be slow for things to change, but what is he supposed to do to fix something? Like, what is it that has tear this relationship apart? Because that's who he is, and if he's that kind of a person, you can't fix that. You know, they say you can't fix stupid. It's the same thing. It's like people are always looking for somebody. Like, I want to be with you, but I don't want you to be the person you are. I want you to be somebody else. So the thing is that it's going to be very hard for him to change himself as a person. Like, nothing can be, he can't fix things. You both have to be on the same page working to fix a broken relationship. But it has to be something that can be worked out between the two of you. He can't change himself, or he's not changing himself at this point. So I wouldn't wait around waiting for a miracle, because at the best case scenario, you can find yourself right back in the same situation. To Kenya, general for the week. General for the week. Got some balance coming in. You've got a feeling like life is going back into balance. You have some financial stability coming in, and also being a little bit more respected, and feeling like even being better compensated in a work situation. It also looks like out of the clear blue sky, you could be hearing from an old friend, or you could run into somebody from your past. Feeling prepared for your life to change for the better quickly. life changes for the better quickly, possibly this week. There could be an earth sign that comes in too that may be of significance. Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Will the Sagittarius commit eventually? I don't see commitment here, not right now anyway, and I would never suggest for anyone to sit around and wait for that because I'm not confident that you're going to get a commitment from this person. And you know, I don't tell people to sit around and wait. If you're okay with the way things are right now, then that's fine, but I wouldn't expect more. Like that's the thing. If you're okay with the way things are, then, you know, enjoy the relationship for what it is, but I don't think you're going to get all that much more from this person. Not right now, anyway. I would keep your options open. You got an earth sign coming in. Yeah. Oh, you like my hair color? Thank you. I just, I didn't do anything with it today, obviously. Anyway. Cake, was anyone telling Eugene not to talk to me recently? No, I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Readings with Allie. Something must be messing with me. Has Elle been thinking about me or am I going to run into him? Okay. You could run into him. You may run into him. Mustafa, did the female A think about me in class today? How did the female A think about me in class today? She thinks that you're very intelligent. She thinks you're very well balanced. She also thinks you're attractive. But aside from the attractiveness, she thinks that you have a lot of potential and that you really kind of have it all together. I don't know. You kind of impressed her today. Julie, will I end up with any of these guys, Charles or John W? Okay, let's see. How about Charles? Got a 70% chance with Charles. How about John W? He comes up with only 33%, but there's still a chance for him. It's not bad. There are options. Mustafa, how did my male Professor D think of our conversation earlier today when I chatted with him on Zoom? He seemed to really like me, but he couldn't stop talking. Okay, let's see. How did the male Professor D thinks that you're very well balanced. He thinks that you're very sure of yourself. He did like you. He thinks that you're ambitious, directed, you have goals, you're hardworking, perseverant, and you're going to be successful. He did like you. Oh, good. I'm glad, Mustafa. Thank you. Julie, general for the week. Looks like a pretty decent week. It looks like it goes by pretty quickly. You got the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Things move forward quickly, no longer holding yourself back, feeling like things are moving forward. Oh, damn. You may be letting go of disappointment or an old wound or an old hurt. Maybe spending some time around new energy. Fire sign comes in, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Water sign 2, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, but they're new energy. It also looks like you may be undecided about something that could be work related, but it works itself out. Perseverance around work and career brings in success. Should be a decent week. Oh, did I do it? Oh, yeah. Adriana, what could happen next between us? Communication could pick up, and that could start the ball rolling. I would say what happens next would be communication picks up, becomes a little bit more consistent and a little bit more frequent. Will the Sag commit 3 months from now? I don't see commitment, no. If somebody's not going to give you a commitment now, what would make them give you a commitment in 3 months? I don't know what this person is saying to you, but it's like, it's either we're in a committed relationship or we're not. The idea of sitting around and waiting 3 months for somebody to decide to give a commitment, I wouldn't even think like that. Because what changes in 3 months? Then now I'm ready for a commitment. Either grow up and have a normal relationship with me, or let me do my own thing. You know what I'm saying? Because otherwise, if you let them get away with that, they're gonna get away with it. You know, if you're like, oh, well, when you feel like you're ready for a commitment, come and let me know. I'll be waiting. They'll be like, oh yeah, all right, and then you forget about it. I wouldn't have that kind of mindset. Like, well, maybe in a month from now, maybe in 3 months, maybe next year, because you'll wait your whole life waiting for something that's not going to happen. I would keep your options open. Or have the conversation with this person again and say, listen, this is what I want, this is what I'm up for, and if you're not, and then you have to accept what their answer is going to be, because otherwise it reminds me of like waiting in the pumpkin patch, waiting for the great pumpkin. Like, it's not going to happen. So what is the energy around waiting for something? It keeps you waiting for something. The energy around that doesn't speed anything up. It just keeps you waiting. Red, what is his current energy? What is his current energy working things out? energy around it is like you may be feeling like I've waited for I've put in a whole lot of hard work and I didn't see a lot of a payoff because he's kind of disrespectful or he's not putting in his energy is not good. It's like he doesn't want to have to do anything. He doesn't, I don't know if he doesn't think that he's wrong or he doesn't care that he's wrong. It doesn't look like he's taking responsibility for his role, even though he knows it's his problem or that he's caused it. And it looks like he's just not, it's like, how normal people be like, hey, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. But it doesn't look like he's taking the responsibility, like this was my fault or this was partially my fault. Beautiful one, general. Got some nice stuff happening. First of all, you have a large sum of money headed your way. Your perseverance around your career, school, whatever it is that you do all day pays off. Money comes in, but also some respect and feeling well balanced. The hard effort that you're putting into work or school or whatever it is you do all day is coming back to you. Feeling very well prepared for the future. The weight of the world slips off your shoulders and your life changes for the better quickly. Looks like a lot of nice things happening around work, school, or business, whatever you do all day. CJ reading for the week. Got money coming in too. Nine of Pentacles, money's flowing to you. Seven of Pentacles in reverse, the hard work you put into something is finally starting to pay off. Looks like you may hear from somebody out of the clear blue sky or run into somebody who you haven't seen or spoken to in a long time. No longer holding yourself back. Communication comes in out of the blue. Disappointment moves into the past. Taking time for rest, relaxation recharges your batteries. No, it looks like you're laying down the law, stepping into your own power and starting to cut through bullshit. If anyone's trying to bullshit you, you're not going to have it. Not this week. This week is a pretty powerful week for you. Julie, R is upset with me for calling him out. When will he realize it's his fault? Well, he does, see, this goes back again to the person that he is. Like, this is who he is. He's not going to take responsibility and say, this is my fault. He could, if your life moves forward and you totally get rid of him and want nothing to do with him anymore, and he feels that, then he might take responsibility for it. But he's not taking responsibility because he feels like he can do what he wants. Like, it doesn't take responsibility for this. He's not going to say, hey, this is my fault, let's work on things. He doesn't have it in him. He can barely, he doesn't communicate. He doesn't tell you how he feels. He gives you very little. He's not going to wake up tomorrow morning and all of a sudden be like, hey, I know this was my fault, let's work on things. He's just not there. That's why, like, in these situations, I always say keep your options open because once again, it's like this is the person that he is. He's not going to come back as somebody different. He's going to come back as his same self. And then in that situation, even the best case scenario, you got to wonder whether or not he does this to you again. So as far as waiting to hear that he's going to take responsibility and admit that he was wrong, that's not going to happen. He's not going to say that this is my fault because he plays by his own rules. Readings with Allie. Are there any messages before then, or is it just running into him? Like, is he here in South Carolina? Okay, let's see. Is he here in South Carolina? I don't think he's in South Carolina, so then maybe you get a message from him. Because if he's not there, I don't think you can't run into him. Maybe you'll get a message from him. I don't see a lot of communication between the two of you though. Mustafa, I don't see it yet. Let me do Fia. General reading. Got success coming in around money, finances, possibly a side business. Could be slow and steady wins the race, and maybe another way that you make money aside from your regular day job, or it could be possibly a bonus or something at work, but it would be, there's money coming in, which is nice. Feeling like I've made it to the top of the mountain, finally I can exhale. Being, like the Six of Pentacles, well paid, well reciprocated for the money, the effort that you put into work, or Page of Pentacles could be a side business that you're starting. Whatever it is, it's very positive. Looks like the weight of the world slips off your shoulders, but there may be an argument around you with a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Doesn't look like it's the end of the world. It's not the biggest of deals. It also looks like you have the Magician and the Death card. The ability to manifest new opportunities, and the Death card, which would be growth and transformation, comes to your life. Not a bad thing. Mustafa, I made it seem very natural, but I tried to very gently flirt with the female 8 to 8 class. It was a very subtle flirt that could be seen as just being friendly. How did she feel about it? Okay. How did she feel about it? Well, I think that, I don't know that she knew that you were flirting. I think that she thought that you were being friendly. I also think that she felt good about it, she felt comfortable with it, and she thought that you were very nice. So I think it was good. But I don't know that she realized that you were flirting. I think you were very subtle. And I think it was nice, it was respectful. Readings, what's going to happen if I run into him? You could have some small talk for catch up for a few minutes. It doesn't look like all that much happens, and it looks like you may feel a little bit burdened or weighed down or anxious from the run-in. You may also be feeling a little bit disappointed or upset by it. I don't think it would be a bad thing. Like, I don't think that there's anything bad would happen if you ran into him. It just might not be, maybe you maybe want more than actually happens. I think it would be a run-in where the two of you just have a little bit of small talk. There's, hey, how you doing kind of a thing, but I don't think that much more than that happens. And then what would Jay want when he comes back? What would Jay want when he comes back? Well, this person if this person comes back, it doesn't look like they want or that they're looking for anything. It looks like the Death card is in reverse, which could kind of indicate that nothing has changed and everything is kind of staying the same. The Hermit is here, which can indicate that there's not a whole lot of communication happening right now, or there might not be a whole lot of communication moving forward. At some point, though, there will be room for growth and transformation around this relationship. The timing just might not be there when they come back. You may have to like give it a little bit of time and kind of figure things out a little bit. Sister, should I be worried about allergies with my dog? That you would have allergies or that the dog would have allergies? The dog. I'm just going to ask it as a yes or no question. Do I have to be worried about allergies with my dog? I don't think so. Comes up very low that you have to worry about having allergies. Yeah, I don't think so. I think you'll be okay. Have you ever been allergic to pets before? I think you'll be fine. General for the next couple of weeks. And could have nice stuff happening around business. Ace of Pentacles. Got money coming in. Knight of Pentacles. Business may pick up. Growth and transformation comes to you as a person. Also could be that business is going really well. Good for you. You may be thinking about taking a trip to water, by water, or around water, and you seem to be stepping into your own personal strength. Over the next couple of weeks, perseverance pays off. You may even be thinking about going back to school for something or learning a new area of study. If you decide to, it would do you well, and you got success coming in. It also looks like you're stepping into your own power, laying down the law, cutting through bullshit, no longer taking any crap from anybody, which was a good thing. And I think you're taking some time for rest, relaxation, and recharging your batteries, which is good too. Should be a nice couple of weeks. AF. And the Pisces feels for me, texted him with no response. Okay, let's see. Well, he thinks that you're stable, kind, caring, sincere, but he feels undecided. He's got a little sharp energy around him and he's holding himself back. I don't think that you'll hear from him. Not today anyway. I mean, you'll hear from him eventually, but I don't think you're going to hear from him today. I would give it a couple of days. If you don't hear from him in a couple of days, then I would reach out again. April, we'll see the Gemini get fired anytime soon. Looks like I'm not the only one frustrated with her. Okay, let's see. She's on her way out. I don't know how soon though. It could take a little bit of time, but she's on her way out. She's not going to last that much longer. Julie, am I getting back with? Am I getting back with the job overnight? Okay, I know the place you mean. I think you're gonna get it, yeah. Yep, I think that could happen for you. I think I'm at April. April. Will I see him again by the end of this week or weekend? Yeah, I think you will. Yeah. Adriana, will something romantic happen between us anytime? You guys do have the opportunity to either start a relationship at some point or rekindle a relationship that could be pretty strong. It may not happen so like it might take a little while for it to happen, but there is opportunity for something romantic to happen between the two of you at some point. Julie, how does R find his way back when we so-called reconcile during the spring? How does he find his way back? How does he find his way back? Okay, well, there is opportunity for growth and transformation around the situation. Thing is that you're the one that's gonna have to be the, whether or not you're gonna accept him or you're gonna wanna continue with him. It looks like the way that he makes his way back is through communication about the children, and he may not be talking, he may be one word answers, that could go on for months, then all of a sudden he may start to be a little bit more talkative. But once again, at that point, you're gonna have to make your decision as to whether or not you wanna take him back. Uh-oh, what happened here? Why? I don't understand why the Wi-Fi, I got, all the little bars are up there, I don't know why. I'm gonna refresh it. Ram, what does Kay think about me? Thinks that you're strong, smart, intelligent, well-prepared, adventurous. Like growing, changing, exploring new opportunities. Feels that you don't hold yourself back. Thinks that you're very ambitious and that you're very kind and caring. Enos, love for me and E for the rest of the week. Love for me and E the rest of the week. Not a bad week. It looks like no longer holding yourself back. Some passion comes in, growth and transformation comes to this situation, and communication should pick up. Also looks like there's a little bit of ambition and a little bit of like, there's good energy around. It should be a nice week. New me. What does my higher self want me to do about Sam? All right, I don't know what the situation is, but the cards read as take time for rest, relaxation, listen to your intuition. It also looks like this situation may be well out of balance and they may want you to pull your energy way back because the other person's not putting in enough effort, or you're feeling unprepared, or somebody here is feeling unprepared. Take time, rest, relaxation, listen to your intuition. The answer will come to you, or you already know what you need to do. And then when you do what you have to do, you'll feel like finally you can exhale. CJ, I'm having a lot of stress about work and it's kind of toxic. Will things get better? Okay, will things get better? You know, things do get a little bit better, but they don't get great. I would see if you can find something else, only because things can improve and they look like they improve a little bit, but you're still working with the same people with the same personalities in the same situation. It's only going to get so good. Enos, will A, the Cancer, make a move towards me? Yeah, I think he will. Sister, what's going on in S's life? Oh, I skipped one. All right, let me do what's going on in S's life first. Looks like he doesn't have a lot of, I don't think that he's in the best place. He may be feeling like he holds himself back. He may have a little bit of anxiety around him. He may also be, I don't know about finances around him. I don't know, he may also be feeling a little bit lazy. So he may have taken a hit financially, but then on top of that, he also may be feeling like he's not putting in a whole lot of effort. He also could be feeling hurt by somebody. I mean, that also could be that he may be feeling a little bit hurt or missing you. Because I think he is missing you, and he's missing, like, he wants to know what's going on and where you've been. He feels like nothing in his life has changed. I feel like he's kind of in a slump right now. Like, he's got nothing going for him right now. And how does M, my ex, feel towards me? How does M, my ex, feel towards me? Well, you know, it's like he cares very much about you, and I feel like he almost wishes that things were different between the two of you. I don't know if he's with someone right now. Could be somebody here. But I don't know if it's all it's cracked up to be. And it looks like he thinks about you very more than just from time to time, and I think that he kind of wishes that things had taken a different turn. He thinks that you're strong, caring, sincere, hardworking, stable. Thinks that you're have a lot of potential. I don't know. I think he kind of wishes that things worked out between the two of you. This thing here is going to let me see if I can. I wonder if that reaches over here. Hang on a second. Can I make this work? Maybe I can make it work. Let's see here. Oh no! It's not right. Plug this thing in. All right. Just gotta change. There we go. Oh my God, you think I look nice? I feel like I look like a wreck. But thank you. Enos, oh, I did that one. I did that one. Enos, how will next time be when I meet you Wednesday? Okay, how will next time I meet EB? On Wednesday. It should be a good time. It's like slow and steady wins the race, but I think it'll be a pretty decent time. You may be feeling like you get a lot of respect, or you're both on the same page. I think it'll be a good time. You're not holding yourself back. There's room for growth and transformation around this situation. Looks like a new beginning. Or there's a lot of potential around a new beginning. Ram, I bought a treadmill and I'm trying to run again. Any words of motivation? Yeah, just do it. The hardest part about running, and I swear to God, is putting on your sneakers. It's the hardest part. Once you get on the treadmill, like this morning, right? I love running when it's hot out because I just feel like your muscles open up faster. But I really, it's easy to not do it, right? So anyhow, I got up this morning, had a cup of coffee, and I'm like, I'm just gonna go out for a run. I don't care how far I go. I don't care how fast I go. I don't care. And my intentions were just do a half hour. But I was out for a half hour, and I'm like, I could do another 5 minutes. And then it was 45 minutes. And I would have continued, but I saw that my dad had pulled out and he was coming to look for me. He probably figured I have the worst sense of direction. I could get lost in a cardboard box. And I saw him pull out and go down the street that he knows I always do, like this circle, so I don't go too far. I bring my cell phone so I could use GPS if I had to. And I've had to, but I didn't today. And then when I came back, I was like, you know what? Thank God that I did it. I feel so much better that I did it. Yesterday I didn't do anything, and that didn't feel good. So the hardest part, put on the sneakers and get on the treadmill. Even just say, oh, I just have to do this for 20 minutes, because you really only have to do it for 20 minutes. But once you hit 20 minutes, you can ask yourself, can I do another 5? Maybe I can do another 10. Like I did the same thing with the bike he has here, and do you think he uses it? No. It's a nice bike too, in the other room. So Saturday we were here, and my aunt and uncle came down from Gainesville, and my uncle had gone, I don't know where I don't remember where he went. Well, he went out, and it was just my aunt and my dad and me, and the baby was sleeping. So we were all sitting in there talking, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do the bike. Like, if I can sit here and talk to you, right? I can sit on the bike and talk to you. So I said, all right, I'll do a half hour. And then I did 35 minutes. So you just, especially if it's in your house, yeah, in your home, you don't have any excuses. You get on the treadmill. And you can do it and listen to us, or you can do it and watch TV. Like these days, there's just no excuse. Anyway, just do it. That's it. That's my 2 cents. Julie, I just made a date with Charles for next Sunday. How would that go? Oh, good. It looks like it goes well. First of all, it looks like you're leaving negativity and pessimism in the past. And even though you may not be 100% thrilled, it brings in choices, celebration. It doesn't look bad at all. It looks like it's actually a pretty good time. It takes your mind off things and it gets the ball rolling. Good for you. I like it. Ram, what should I watch out for Astrid? I don't think you really need to watch out much for her. I don't think she's conniving or manipulating anything. I would just keep my distance from her. It does look like any sharp energy has moved into the past, so I'm not overly concerned with her. I just wouldn't be too friendly with her, and I wouldn't give her anything. Look, everybody makes mistakes. So if you make a mistake, you make a mistake, but I wouldn't give her anything. You know, like if you're supposed to do X, Y, and Z, I would make sure X, Y, and Z is done before she could even say anything. Don't give her anything that she could say about you and you'll be fine. It looks like most of the negativity's moved into the past. Romulus, general love. General love. Okay, if you're not with anyone right now, out of the clear blue sky comes an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, who is actually into having a very mutually balanced relationship. Looks like it could be a strong connection. If you are with somebody right now, I would say out of the clear blue sky, your current relationship should be improving and you should be feeling like I've made it to the top of the mountain. Finally, I can exhale. There's success coming in around my love life. Sepia, general. Could get good news out of the clear blue and you're prepared for it, and it could be something that changes your life for the better. Stepping into your own personal strength brings in new opportunities. Disappointment moves into the past. Ram, should I unblock Kay? What do my spirits say? I wouldn't I wouldn't do the blocking, unblocking, blocking, unblocking thing. If you blocked him, I would leave it as is. I wouldn't unblock him. Sepia, career. Perseverance pays off. Balance comes back in. Career changes for the better quickly. The hard work that you've put in is finally going to pay off. You should be getting at least one new opportunity. At least. I think that you may get two. And you may have to make a choice. And you're prepared. You got money flowing towards you. Should be making much more money. Got a lot of money coming in. Sepia, love. Got success coming in around love, and you might even have some choices. Water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer could come in with a successful relationship. There also may be an offer made to you from somebody from your past that would be hard to turn down. So you may have choices. That person could be somebody that you once walked away from. Could be an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Watch out with that person, because that person may not, there may be a third party around them that they're not telling you about. I would watch out for that guy. Sister, is S entertaining other girls while he's in his relationship? Okay, let's see. He has, yeah. I don't know if anyone else is around him right now, only because of, could be because of COVID. He may be a little bit skeptical, but it does look like, you know what, too? He may be just talking to people and not seeing people. He doesn't care for that other woman. Not the way they would want, that they would leave. They don't have the relationship that they would like you to believe. Let's put it that way. April, will I hear from Emmy Aquarius before her birthday Saturday? I think you will. I would be surprised if you don't. Alicia, how does Adam feel about me now romantically? Well, there's a wish around the situation, so that's positive. This person does think of you in a romantic way. They think that you're attractive, kind, caring, strong, sincere, successful, a little bit mysterious, and the love cup is full. There could be potential here for the future. Julie, if Charles and I do hit it off, how would it play out over the next 4 months? I have him by 10 years. Oh, that's okay. Over the next couple of months, you could find yourself in a committed relationship. It's going to be your decision. Let's see what happens. If you guys hit it off, there's potential for a commitment. I don't care about the age. It does look like you guys could have cause for celebration. It could be a strong relationship. There could be, it could have potential for the future. Let's see what happens. I don't care about the age difference. I don't think it's a big deal. Only time that I think age is a big deal is if the woman is significantly older and the man wants children. And even that, because you can adopt, you can foster, even that could be. Yeah, I don't care about age. Jamie. Should I quit school straight or take a year break and try again? I left with 3 months only and I've been struggling, and my teacher spoke to me about intermitting, but it's not something I want to do for my career. You left school and you only have 3 months left. You know that I want to tell you to get it done and not leave. All right, I don't know what this intermitting is. With 3 months left, excuse me, I can't tell you to quit and not go back. I mean, you made it this far. I would finish. I would finish. If you absolutely positively cannot finish for whatever reason right now, then I would say take a year off if you have to, but I would not quit altogether with 3 months to go. You came this far, why would you quit? Sister. I detached from Mass ever since I reached to him when I was in and out of the hospital with gallbladder issues, and he never responded knowing I was getting surgery. Why? He's an asshole, that's why. But the reason really was not because he doesn't care about you, because he does, but it's because he wanted you to think he didn't care, which is even more twisted. Now he's got a little anxiety over the whole situation. Good. I hope he does have anxiety. and he feels like you're gone. I'm glad that you detached from him. He feels like you don't have any respect for him anymore. I don't even think he's got respect for himself. That's really shitty. That's really shitty that he did that. And it's like he did it because he wants to pretend like he doesn't care, or he wants you to believe he doesn't care. What an asshole. President Biden, will I be meeting Dee this month? Yeah, I think you will. Yeah. Oh, what an asshole. What the thing? Manifesting. I don't see it yet, so let me do president. How will Dee feel when we meet? How will Dee feel when we meet? Good. Excited. Feels like there's room for growth and transformation. Feels strong, confident, not holding himself back. Feels like putting his best foot forward. Manifesting. Is this teacher coming to my school to be nosy? And if so, about what? Is this teacher coming to my school to be nosy? Is the teacher coming to the school to be nosy? I don't think it's to be nosy. If there's a purpose to it. So if it's coming off as being nosy, it may really be because they're there to observe something. I don't know. No, it's not. It's not a malicious thing. It's not a malicious thing. Sister, he blocked everything on social media after our last fight, telling me he no longer wants me to see anything. It's all on private. My friend tried to add him to tell me what she saw a couple of months ago. He doesn't know that she's my friend, so if he wanted to open back up to me, why didn't he accept her request? Wait a minute. He doesn't... Wait, he blocked everything on social media. Okay. And my friend tried to add him to tell me what she saw. He doesn't know that she's my friend. So if he wanted to open back up to me, why didn't he accept her request? Wait a second. I don't know if I'm getting it right. He doesn't know that this girl is your friend. So he should have accepted it, right? But why? Oh, he knows it's her, but I feel like he knows. Oh, I see. So, do you want me to ask that? Is that why he didn't? All right. Why didn't he accept her request? So he did. But did he open it up to you, or no? You're still blocked on everything. Oh, I see what you mean. I don't think he wants to involve her. It looks like he's got a lot of anxiety around this whole situation. It looks like he's feeling a little bit slow. I don't know that he wanted to involve her in it. I do think he misses you, but I don't think he wanted her spying through. I don't think he wanted her spying on him for you through her. I don't know. It's like the whole thing is very twisted. But I think at some point he may just unblock you. You're still blocked on everything. At some point he may unblock you, or he may unblock you on one thing. I mean, if he unblocks you on one thing, you know that he was thinking about it and it was a conscious decision. What a dope. Julie, that's what gets me. If Charles and I do get a relationship, would he want kids? Okay, let's see. Would he want kids? Thumbs up, 33% chance, which is not really high. You know what? It's not a bad thing to have a conversation with him about it, because it's like, not that you're having a conversation about the two of you having kids together right now, but just talking about it, I think is fine. I think, like, this is just in the experience that I have, more often than not, it's women that have the burning desire to have children. Most men, I don't think, are as eager or always feel that need. Like, most of the men that I've read for, not that they don't love their children and not that they didn't want them, but they didn't feel the need, you know, where I think it's like saying it to a woman is much harder. Like, I don't want to have any kids. I also think that, you know, it's like your kids could be part of his life, and that's not, it's not like it's a fill-in, but if you were to have a relationship with him, he would have children in his life. I would talk about it with him. It might not be as important as you think. I mean, yeah, I would talk about it. I think I don't think it's gonna would destroy the relationship. Let me go back to the top. Malika, how did Kareem J feel about our time spent together tonight? He's a Cancer. Okay, let's see. He had a good time. He genuinely had a good time. It felt like things were grounded, stable. It was a good conversation. It feels like you guys clicked. I think it was a good thing. Also may feel like there's room for the relationship to strengthen. Sister, he blocked me and told me it's because he thought that it was creepy that I was spying on his life. Is he really feeling like he needs side stuff from you? Why? No, it's a control thing. First of all, it's creepy that you're spying on his life. The whole fucking world is out there stalking. The whole world. And people are putting shit up because they want you to stalk them. That's why people are like, did he see my picture? Did he look at my picture? What did he think of my picture? Does he think I have a nice ass? Like that, like it's bizarre that he thinks that we believe that. You know, like, what is Facebook? It's so that people can stalk your life. That's why people have it. And that's why people put up this bullshit. Oh, I have the best boyfriend ever. I'm so lucky. Meanwhile, you hate his guts and he's banging the whore down the street. I mean, really. But you want everyone to believe that. And people that don't know any better give you a thumbs up. I shouldn't be so cynical, but you know, I see a lot of ins and outs to this stuff, and sometimes, like, you look at this stuff and you're like, that is so not what's going on. No one believes that. How embarrassing. He doesn't think that it's creepy. He loves the attention, to be honest, and he likes the control. He also likes, what he likes is that he knows that you look at his shit and that he has the power to stop you. This is all a control thing. And like there, it just pisses me off that he said that to you, because can you imagine that, like, people put pictures up so that people look at them, and then he tells you that it's creepy that you're looking at him? That's what I gotta say to him. I like to run into him. That's a control thing. He did it because he could, and he knew that it would bother you, and he feels like he's got power. He doesn't really have any power. Red. Finances for February. Okay. It looks like your hard work pays off. It may be slow and steady wins the race, but you have a steady flow of income coming in February. If you've been looking to pay off a bill of debt or a loan, you could be setting aside money to do so. I don't know if you pay it off this month, but you could be paying it off maybe by early March. Finances seem to improve and things change for the better in February. Sister, if I don't plan on going back to Philly, is there still a chance that we'd even have anything in the future? Yeah, you still could. The distance, you know, yeah, I like to be, I'm very real, very realistic, but the time and space when two people are supposed to be together, it doesn't matter, because that can work itself out. It sounds like I would never tell someone, sit around and wait for the day that he shows up in your neck of the woods. I would never say that, but sometimes the way things unfold, the location doesn't make a difference, because you could find yourself maybe relocating someplace else and then he relocates there. Or your relationship can cultivate first through social media and through texting, and then all of a sudden you may make a decision to go someplace else. Or who knows, maybe in a year from now or 6 months from now or whatever, who the hell knows, the opportunity comes back to go back to Philly, and you do wind up, or you change your mind and you decide to go back at that point. Like before, I don't know if you were on when I was saying, somebody had asked me a question about, she keeps asking questions about marriage, but she keeps telling me that she doesn't want to get married. But so it's like it's becoming very hypothetical, which I'm like, if things are hypothetical, it's really hard to zone in, because it's like, well, hypothetically, well, I don't want to go now, but will I want to go in 5 years from now? Well, you might want to go in 5 years from now. You could change your mind in 5 years from now. But right now, no, I don't want to go there. But if things were to change between you and him first, you may want to go back. So let's see what happens there, because the way it unfolds can be kind of bizarre. Samantha, general on my current relationship. Okay, no longer holding yourself back, commitment comes in. If you're already in a committed relationship and you guys have been in a committed relationship, that's just showing us then that that's what we're talking about. I don't know if there's a little bit of rough road ahead. Looks like at some point you could be feeling a little bit uprooted or ungrounded, and you may feel like the love has run out. It also looks like You may be thinking about walking away from things at some point. It's going to be your decision. You could come to a crossroads where you have to make a decision as to whether or not you want to stay in this situation or you want to move forward with your life. Eight of Wands is in reverse. So I would say if you feel like you're waiting for this situation to improve, nothing is improving fast enough. Now, it doesn't look like it's a terrible relationship though. You will have choices. And there will be opportunity for this relationship to grow, rekindle, and you should be getting a lot of respect from your partner. So if you're kind of going through a little bit of a moment right now, there is plenty of opportunity for things to improve on the horizon. Anjali, what's coming in the next 2 weeks? You'll be hearing from somebody from your past you haven't seen or spoken to in quite some time. It also looks like you may be contemplating things or spending a lot of time thinking about or overthinking, maybe even driving yourself nuts. There could be an offer in front of you you're just not seeing yet. Looks like the Eight of Pentacles is here. On the job training, going back to school, learning a new area of study of some type. It looks like you're stepping into your own strength, which recharges your, like recharging your batteries and reconnecting to your strength. And you could have a commitment on the horizon. I don't know if this is going to happen in the next 2 weeks. If you're not with anyone right now, I would say commitment potential is coming your way soon. If you are with someone right now, I would say your current relationship looks good. It also looks like you have success coming in around a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Alrighty, it is getting late. It's 12:11. Will he fall for me, the guy that I'm talking to? You have potential. There's a pretty decent potential that this guy could fall for you. I would give it a little bit of time. Samantha, General. All right, can we cut off the super chats because it's getting late and I am so afraid she's gonna wake up. Anyway, I'm gonna try to sneak in there and go to sleep. Yes, please, and I'll do the moderators. And I'll probably be back on tomorrow night around the same time, like 10 o'clock. Okay, Samantha. Looks like you may be feeling like a little bit burdened or weighed down by life. But that's going to change. You're not waiting for your ship to come in. You're going to turn a corner and take the bull by the horns, and your life is moving forward. Rest, relaxation recharges your batteries. Don't forget to take care of yourself. Making a decision to put yourself first reflects back in your life, period. It also looks like you may be setting aside money to either pay off a bill of debt or a loan, or putting money aside for something. Continue to add money to that fund. It's going to pay off. It also looks like you have more money flowing to you, and there could be a creative project that you're spending a lot of time working on. You also have a couple of new friends coming in that may be of significance. Could be a Leo, and then another fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. And the hard work that you're putting into either business or your job and career, whatever you do all day, is finally coming back to pay off. You may get a raise or even possibly a promotion. All right, while I wait for the moderators, I will answer some of these people I didn't get to. Yvette, love. Balance comes back to your love life. Feeling like things are starting to move forward, possibly with an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. There's also a Leo here, but you may be walking away from the Leo. The Leo may be on your last nerve. You're going to have choices, there's no doubt about that, and it looks like cause for celebration comes in, possibly around the water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Vicky, if I applied for disability thing called PIP, would it go in my favor? My family have asked me to apply because of health issues. I can't work, but I have anxiety. Okay. I'm not convinced it goes your way because you got the Three of Swords in reverse, which could be disappointment. But you know what? I would find out about it anyway, and I would see what you have to do to qualify, and I would look into it. Let's put it that way. See what it's all about. It can't hurt. Worst that happens is they say no. Mel, does the Aquarius understand why I walked away? He understands, but he doesn't, he understands, but he's not happy. Like he wishes things were different. He understands, so he gets it. Brandy, today how did he feel when I was walking down the hall and he saw me? Happy, excited, content. He was genuinely happy to see you. Didn't you pick that up? Like he seemed like he was happy, or he seemed like he was curious. Felt good. Alrighty, that's about it for me tonight, guys. I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you very much for coming, and I will see you guys tomorrow. If anybody needs anything, feel free to email me. Bye-bye.